Smarter, Better, Faster, baby. One of the most, I mean, I would say the most comprehensive nootropics book out there. I think a lot of people have questions about nootropics. We answered the questions. We've got a lot of videos, 150 videos out here. I've got a lot of content on livecortex.com. But we can't even attempt to answer all the questions that people have. And still, there's more questions that people have. And I've been taking nootropics for 9 years, almost 9 years, and I just know the answer to these questions. I've done it over and over and over and over again. I've done the research. I'm a wellspring of information. I've shared it in this book. But I quick want to read you the preface of the triacetyluridine section so you can understand what's going on, the degree of granularity we get with specific nootropic compounds, and how highly informative it is. This is one of the most impressive nootropic compounds on the planet, triacetyluridine. You ever heard of that? Really should get some. And is relatively easy to procure. It's a slightly more bioavailable version of uridine monophosphate. It requires pretty low doses and dramatically improves working memory, mental energy, focus, motivation, and verbal fluency for most people who use it. Like uridine monophosphate, it works on dopamine receptors, acetylcholine receptors, increasing acetylcholine, improving dendritic and axon growth, building phosphatidylcholine, and improving all-around brain performance. We then go in to talk about triacetyluridine stacks, a very specific triacetyluridine stack. It's incredible. Smarter, better, faster. A surgical guide to using nootropics for total mental dominance. livecortex.com. Okay, let's talk about high-dose NOOPEPT. High-dose NOOPEPT. That's not something that we included in the book, but somebody asked me to talk about high-dose NOOPEPT recently. And, here's basically my contention on high-dose NOOPEPT. For some people that might not respond to lower dose NOOPEPT, 15 milligrams, 13 milligrams NOOPEPT, high-dose NOOPEPT might be something you can do. I know, a buddy of mine who takes 20 milligrams of NOOPEPT, and that's his sweet spot. Mine's 13. I know other people's sweet spot's 7 milligrams, right? So you kind of find your sweet spot. That's another very critical identification in the land of nootropics. But high dose, I've taken high-dose NOOPEPT before, 25 to 30 milligrams. And for me, it made me really tired, But the reason it did that is because it was overtaxing on the cholinergic system for me. Right? It facilitated better signaling of acetylcholine. Too much. There's a point at which it's too much, right? There's a point at which you can run too much. You can drink too much coffee. You can drink too much, right? You have to find your perfect spot. So high-dose NOOPEPT was bad for me. But I do know people who take 20 to 25 milligrams of it, and they swear by it. All right? So that's the takeaway here. High-dose NOOPEPT, meaning from 20 to 30 milligrams, is something you could absolutely try. And maybe you will respond positively to it. I don't, because I do not need that much NOOPEPT. I don't need it. My brain works incredibly as it is. I've been taking nootropics for a long time. My brain's working awesomely. And overstimulation of the cholinergic system, that's way past my sweet spot, which is basically 13 to 15 milligrams. But some people, like one of the guys I know takes a lot of NOOPEPT, he's 50 years old. So his brain and the cholinergic system, that is the neurochemical system that NOOPEPT works on, at least partially, is probably in need of more optimization. So therefore, he can take 25 milligrams of NOOPEPT and it works really great for him. So I would just say to people, if you don't respond to 15 milligrams of NOOPEPT all that well, you can absolutely up the dose. And you're not going to run into some sort of safety issue, some sort of problem. I wouldn't go above 30. Stop there. But 20 to 30 milligrams of NOOPEPT, you can definitely dose on and see how it ends up affecting you. And again, if you're one of those people that just requires the extra optimization of cholinergic signaling within your brain, then you'll benefit from high-dose NOOPEPT, and that might even be your sweet spot. Over time, that might change because the sweet spot's a fleeting spot. This is a very important point for people to get. The sweet spot's a very fleeting spot because you optimize the brain, you need less nootropics over time. But if people ask me, look, do a video about high-dose NOOPEPT, absolutely you could do it. 20 to 30 milligrams would be my suggestion. But I mean, I would suggest only really doing it if you don't get a benefit from 13 to 15 milligrams of NOOPEPT. If you do get a benefit from regular dose NOOPEPT, upping the dose is probably going to land you where I land, which is a little extra tired, a little unfocused. It kind of makes my brain start to work a little worse, and that's because it's just an overstimulation of the cholinergic system. That is my take on high-dose NOOPEPT. Hey guys, Ryan here. Thanks for watching. But if you want to take your brain game to the next level, you want to increase your focus, your verbal fluency, your mental energy, your ability to sit down and crank out work for hours at a time, secure a bottle of the Cortex Nootropics stack. Our customers are clear. This is the best pre-made stack on the planet. And hey, speaking of stacks, if you really want to take your nootropic stack game to the next level, secure the Smarter, Better, Faster book. This is a surgical guide to using nootropics for total mental dominance. You talk about stacks, we got stacks in there. Endless amounts of stacks, power stacks, verbal fluency stacks, working memory stacks. We've got modafinil strategies and everything else you can think of to include a whole sector on nootropics questions answered. Smarter, Better, Faster, the most powerful nootropics guide on the planet. livecortex.com. That's livecortex.com. We'll see you over there.